In a world where moving at a pace of relevance can be the difference between success and bankruptcy, removing any and all bottlenecks from your software lifecycle is essential. Just like organizations cannot afford a cybersecurity breach, they also cannot fail their compliance audits. That can lead to significant fines and reputational damage. Manual compliance, such as authority to operate ATO documentation in the US government, have proven to be stuck in time and obsolete by the time you're done typing them. With the entire software and security field shifting left, shouldn't compliance shift too? Why, yes, indeed. Here comes RegOps, Regulation Operations. So, how do we solve this compliance problem? The answer is obvious and, as always, ruthless automation. Of course, not all applications and systems are created equal. Based on your organization, you may have several various compliance regulations and profiles to follow and various level of risk acceptance. So how do you get started? How do you shift your compliance left? Well, step one, let's set the bar. Using a RegOps solution, you can easily look at various risk profiles and pick the ones your organization has to follow. Those RegOps solutions digitize compliance requirements to streamline the selection process. Step 2, let's provide the necessary insights about the project or system we are assessing or building so that the right requirements can be automatically down selected. Selecting controls can be tedious, and leveraging an automated solution is critical, but more importantly, those solutions can map your various compliance standards to each other so that you don't have to do it multiple times. For example, ISO standards are mapped to NIST, which can be mapped to FISMA and HIPAA requirements. Step 3, turn the requirements to tasks by tracking their priority, status, and integrating them automatically, of course, into your task management solution. Step 4, your RegOps solution will also help you understand better each control. We all know, looking at the NIST control, that there are often many ways to interpret the work that must be done and why it even matters. With solutions like SD Elements, for example, you can provide your team the right detailed implementation guidance, but more importantly, enable the team to understand why the control exists to begin with. This makes the life of developers easier. Step 5, turn these tasks into a Groom backlog to assign and track the work. And then step 6, get to work and tackle your backlog to implement the cybersecurity controls and document their implementation. Step 7, repeat. It's never ending. You must continuously update your compliance documentations by using RegOps solutions like SD Elements or RegScale. Ideally, each of these steps will be performed for each microservice in your architecture so that your compliance documentation can remain modular and provide the flexibility you need to pick and choose the right components to get the job done. Reusable components make that a reality by creating Lego blocks and documenting their inheritance and control implementations so that you can keep track of the delta between your different environments, their inherited controls, and the differences. For example, reusing a Postgres database as a container on Kubernetes, leveraging baked-in security provided by the service mesh and the Kubernetes admission controller will be different than running the same Postgres container on a bare metal stack. The controls inherited by Kubernetes and the mesh will obviously need to be replaced when you're running the same container on bare metal. How do you keep track of those differences? By tracking each Lego block and truly understanding their various level of inheritance from the infrastructure, the platform, and the service mesh. Most of the RegOps solution also enable you to integrate with various static analysis and dynamic analysis solutions to ingest scan findings and map them to your tasks to ensure that your team is truly implementing the desired outcomes. Of course, none of this will matter if you could not directly integrate your compliance checks into your CI/CD pipelines. Through automated workflow, integration with CI/CD tools allow for builds to pass through compliance evaluation before allowing full-on push to production. The key for any RegOps workflow is to automate your approach to validate compliance as a whole, removing bottlenecks and enabling a true DevSecOps implementation. Using APIs and out-of-the-box integration, this process can be streamlined to support production of compliant software at the pace of relevance. Finally, you wouldn't be implementing RegOps without some fancy report generation, right? Most solutions enable you to generate up-to-date assessment and compliance reports to provide to your regulation and compliance teams. In collaboration with industry, NIST created Open Security Controls Assessment Language, OSCAL, a set of different formats expressed in XML, JSON, and YAML. These provide machine-readable representation of control catalogs, control baselines, system security plans, and assessment plans and results. Many RegOps solutions are moving forward and adopting OSCAL as the primary way to export and import those datasets. There you have it. You will not be able to move at a pace of relevance if your organization is left with tremendous compliance and regulation bottlenecks. RegOps solutions allow you to select regulation requirements, controls, and track their implementation by grooming your backlog and helping development teams understand those controls while streamlining the process. By continuously providing a real-time picture of your compliance posture, you can proactively address gaps and prioritize work to ensure that your team is always tracking your actual, tangible, current state.